Hello, good evening. I popped on a few minutes live just because I'm super excited. I just got some really great news and kind of wanted to share that. So someone that I have worked with before, she mentored me with tarot. I'm a tarot reader, and I'm always studying the tarot because there's so many layers to it. But she was really into like the relationship kind of expert thing, but she is pursuing her dream in tarot, and has her own company, and she's been doing it for like 13 years. So she gifted me the Relationship Success Now site. So I was trying to update the Facebook page because she just gave me control over that. And so I secured the domain name. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I have like just all these ideas about where this can go with my brand. So Relationship Success Now is going to be something at some point. But today is all about the Spiritual Love Detox Challenge. And as you all get situated, I will get myself situated too. Because I was not prepared. So yeah, today was all about your vision of love and spending time being creative. And I decided that tomorrow is going to be a little bit different. So I'm not going to do a live session tomorrow, but I am going to share a guided visualization that you can do. Because tomorrow is Savvy's birthday, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to spend time with her. Hi, Courtney. Thanks for hopping on. Spend some time with her and let you all go through that guided visualization where you are just kind of walking through the relationship that you desire. But I will share more about that later. So I just came on a few minutes early, kind of going over some announcements. I was just gifted a new website and Facebook page. So I'm like really excited about that. So I was working on that, and I was like, let me make sure I don't miss start time. So let me go ahead and go live. Today was really exciting because I'm in my personal life not focused so much on a relationship. I kind of already know where that's going to go for me. But I did spend some time dreaming today, and that was a lot of fun. But I'll get into that a little bit later. So today was all about your vision of love. And I think that's important because a lot of times we don't really get to dream when it comes to our relationships. I don't think that we are, as women especially, that we feel empowered to design our love lives. And we got to change that because we can most certainly, I have to get comfortable. We can most certainly cultivate our vision of love. And if people don't fit, then we don't have to allow them in our space. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that today. Today might be another short session. And the card for today that I'm going to pull is the Getting Into the Vortex. These cards are all about relationships and how you can align with the relationship that you want. Yes, love, life, design. So I'll pull a card from this deck because our relationships mirror ourselves. And that's why when we started the challenge, we talked about who you are, like uncovering who you are, what you like, what do you want to do? And then we looked at some of the blocks that you have, because sometimes those blocks that you may have are things that you can attract to yourself. Like if you become fixated on, being cheated on, then believe it or not, you're going to continue to attract dishonest people to you because you are on that frequency. But once you're able to like identify it, kind of heal yourself in that area, that kind of elevates you. So now you're vibrating on a different wavelength to attract better quality people. So I think it's always interesting, like because I can hear women when they're putting themselves in a low vibration when they're talking about relationships, but because it's such common conversation that we have, and that kind of goes into the post that I shared by Abiola, where she said, complaints are not magic. And so we're sitting there and we're complaining. We're saying, you know, he ain't this, he's not doing that. And, you know, everybody's cheats. Nobody knows how to be loyal. And we just keep putting all these bad energies and bad vibes out around our relationships. So the crystal clear vision of love was really about you dreaming and getting outside of the stereotypes, getting outside of your current beliefs, and really just kind of tapping into your heart and seeing what it is that you truly want when it comes to your love life. One of the things that I noticed as well is that when we tend to focus on our love lives, it should also improve our lives, because oftentimes we have to grow and mature and become the woman that we need to be to attract the man or, you know, the partner that it is that we desire. And I always have to check myself, because I talk about women and men, but I also know that we have different types of relationships and gender assignments. I'm working on non-exclusive, I want to use inclusive language. So if I stop and correct myself, that's why. But again, it's just me, years of conditioning of saying the same thing. But I realize that it can be off-putting for some people, so I did want to make a note of that. But yeah, so we need to dream big when it comes to love, because we were not put here. Oh, and I should have shared that post. Oh my gosh. So before I go into things, so there was this post that I think it was Bougie Black Girl on her page. She posted, it was like a possum or something inside a garbage can, like screaming, "Don't touch my trash." And the caption was like, you know, this is how some women are, like arguing about a man. Like, and it's true. It's so sad, but it's so true. You don't have to argue for garbage. You don't have to accept garbage. Like, you were not put here to be loved by the scum of the earth. There are some people that are not good people to be in relationships with, and that's okay. That's their dynamic. Once you realize that you deserve better, that you can have better, whether it's some sort of fairy tale that you desire, whether it's like, you know, the country life that you want, you know. And Jen's laughing because she knows what post I'm talking about. I'm going to have to share it in the group, because I mean, that gave me all the laughs for today. Oh my gosh. But you can have the love that you want, whether it's like, I know for me, like, I want to be able to hop private jets and fly to Italy for a nice glass of wine and dinner. That's the kind of love I want. I don't know if I'm going to have it tomorrow, but I do know at some point I will get there. So it's just about like dreaming big. And I remember I posted a question like, what is your dream date? Because you just heard mine. Mine's is like, we're taking a private flight. We're flying to Italy for some authentic Italian cuisine, some delicious wine, and you know, who knows what else we can do, right? And they're just like, oh, like going to the movies or walk on the beach. And that's great. But like, we don't dream big when it comes to relationships. We still, like, there's a limit. Like, even I know when women say they go on a date, you know, they're checking the menu, trying to see what he's going to order, this, that, and the third, because we are limiting. We're not living big in that area of our life. And it's time for us to stop playing small. Ooh, I just caught a message. It's time for us to stop playing small in love and life. And that really resonated with me because my mentor, Abiola, just asked me, what would it look like if you were not playing small? So to hear myself ask that same question, it's like, okay, game on, y'all, game on. I'm playing for keeps. But yeah, we have to start embracing the fact that we are co-creators of our life. That includes all aspects. If you are unhappy with yourself, with your job, with your family dynamic, with your relationship status, with your financial status, with your physical appearance, we are in control. And once we're able to shift out of that victim mindset and release whatever blocks and whatever limits and fears and doubts that we have around these different areas, like we'll start to soar. That's when you can come out of the cocoon and you're a beautiful butterfly and you are living your best life. So I'm going to go ahead and pull our card for the night. And again, this is coming from my deck, Getting Into the Vortex, which talks about the energy of relationships. Oh, and so back to the trash man. Back to the trash. So once you identify that a man is trash, or a person is trash, you can eject them from your space. And then sometimes the universe will test you to see if you have really like mastered that lesson, or if they need to kind of circle back around and dish out. Oh, okay, so we're gonna go with this one. Hold on. Ooh, this is perfect for what we are talking about, ladies. So this is, I have complete control over my own thoughts. I have complete control over my own thoughts. So it says you find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But instead, if you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. You have no real control over what anyone else is doing with their vibration. And their vibration can translate with their actions, their emotions. But you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions. So what this is saying is basically what I've, been explaining. Like, you have power. You have absolute power to control, what it is that you want, to attract what you want in love and life. And you do so by thinking good, positive thoughts. So you think about the things that you want. And the activity that we've done today with your crystal clear vision, and then the visualization that you're going to do tomorrow, incorporates exactly what this card is talking about. It is you spending time thinking good thoughts about the love that you desire and visualizing it, feeling the emotions. What does it feel like to be loved? What does that look like? How will that make you feel? And when you spend time thinking those good thoughts, you start to pull in to you. But what happens is we get in these situations or relationships and somebody cheats. So now we feel bad because they cheated and they keep cheating. We can't get them to stop cheating. So now we feel like something is fundamentally wrong with us. We are upset and our heart is broken, and we just are like, screw love. Love doesn't exist. F this. I'm just going to be single. I'm going to do what I want to do. And so you're in this negative state. And then you want to start dating, and you keep meeting jerks, and you don't understand why all these men or women or people are garbage. And it's because you are thinking those negative thoughts. So it's pulling in negative experiences to say, you're right. Oh, you think everybody's trash? Well, look, here's some more trashy people. So once you start to say, you know what, yes, I had an experience and this person was not right for me, but there are millions and millions of more people in the world, and some of them will definitely fit what it is that I desire. And so you hold that, you hold on to that, you hold on to the hope that there is better. And one thing that I tell people is, once somebody shows you who they are, whether they, they mistreat you, they're lying, they cheat, whatever it is, be grateful. Because the exact moment where you see who they are and who they are is not what you want, that's when you say bye, thank you, and goodbye. And you can walk away with your heart, mind, body, and soul intact and not have to wonder because you know that person is not for you. But what we do is we see this person and we say, you know what, they're not perfect, but I see potential. And this kind of goes into like a little bit of physics, right? An object at rest is at rest. An object in motion is in motion. And once you see that an object is at rest, if someone is not living up to their own potential, if they're not walking, in their own life, taking their life into consideration, directing their own path, for you to try to, push them, try to get them in motion is a waste of time. Potential is one of the greatest setbacks. And I've done it. Oh my goodness. I'm the queen of, I can fix him. Right? I'm a natural coach. Even before I became a coach, I was always trying to develop people. In fact, it's one of my top skills. I have learner, positivity, input, developer, and empath. Those are like my top 5 strengths through the Strengths Finder test. So that means when I see somebody who can just be great and they're not maximizing their potential, I rush in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I see all these great things for you and this is what we can do. Those things make me a really great coach, but they also made me a sucker for love at one point. So I had to learn that potential, it's not my job to develop and mold and shape another adult. My children, yes. Another adult, no. Unless they want to be a coaching client and they need help in that aspect. But we get caught up in potential because we can see the good in someone. We can see if they just did these few things, they would be great. And instead of us realizing that they are not acting on their potential, that they are not being their best self, we keep trying to fix them. And in fixing them, that is where we go wrong. That is where we start to waste our energy and our time and all of that. What prevents that is being crystal clear. Hey, Tamika, thank you for joining. Is being crystal clear with what you want. So when you know what you want, you're not even going to worry about the people with potential. You're going to bypass the struggle love. You're not going to get stuck on love limbo. You're not going to get stuck in a friends with benefit situationship type of thing because you know that is not what you want. So I really hope that you took the time out to focus on that. And if you haven't, and it can be an ongoing thing, that's a lot to kind of process and consider in one day. And one thing I do want to caution you with is focus on the qualities of the mate that you desire. Not so much the specifics about like their look, but the qualities. Like, do you want them to be family oriented? Is education something that should be important to them? What about their work ethic? Sometimes love does not come in the package that we thought it would be in. We kind of live in a society where it's superficial, right? Sometimes appearance is put before, the importance of somebody having a good heart and being a good person. And when it comes to being able to truly see someone for who they are, look for the qualities in the person. And that is always a great place to start. So one of the things that you should include in your vision of love is the qualities that you would like in a mate. What type of person do you want in your life? What type of relationship do you want in your life? Do you want a monogamous relationship? Do you want to try something different? Do you want this to be long-term, or are you looking to date? If you're looking to date, that is super fun. And I'm going to give you a tip about dating. Dating is dating. Dating is supposed to be fun. Dating is an opportunity to get to know people. Dating, exclusively dating, and being in a relationship are not all the same thing. So just remember that. I talked to this lady and she was like, she went on a date with this guy, and and I guess he was approaching it as a date, kind of like a casual thing, and she couldn't understand, like, well, he can't, date other women and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, you're not in a relationship with him yet. You're just going on a few dates. This is the chance for you to get to know one another. So if you approach it as, you're building a friendship first to even see if there's the potential for a more romantic or intimate connection, that takes a lot of pressure off. So just keep that in mind if if your vision of love is just you want to start dating again to, just to see what's out there and try to meet someone. Just remember that dating exclusively and being in a relationship are different things. And also it's important to ask your partner or the person you're connecting with, what is dating to them? What is dating exclusively? And what are relationships? A lot of times what happens is we have different ideals and definitions, but nobody's talking about it, but everybody thinks they're on the same page. But for you, dating might mean you're in a relationship. And for someone else, a relationship might mean marriage. So really understanding what your ideals about relationships are will help you as well as you craft your vision for love. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I wanted to share? Yes, I did want to talk about the how will I get it. So going back to the card that I pulled, which is I have complete control over my own thoughts. That's how you get it. That is how you get it. You visualize what it is that you want, and you think positive thoughts around it. You feel good things around it, and you allow it to come to you versus trying to force it to come. And that's where we kind of are now. We aren't in a state of allowing. We are like in a constant state of doing. We're always trying to do something. We have to do something in order to get something. And sometimes we just need to not do. We need to spend time just connecting with ourselves, being, happy, complete within ourselves. And, the universe or God does the rest. It's really easy. It's really easy. So I hope that you enjoyed this exercise. I hope that it brought some clarity to you. Feel free to share your vision of love in the comments below. Like I said, tomorrow there will not be a live session. I'm going to post a visualization. It's about, I think, 45 minutes. It's something that I did at the start of the year where we just visualized what a successful year looks like. So your activity is going to be to listen to that visualization from the standpoint of your vision of love, like walking through that. What is that going to look like month to month? So that's it for this evening. I hope you all had a beautiful day, and I will see, well, no, I won't see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Savvy's 3rd birthday. I will probably pop in the group. I didn't want to commit to going live because I don't know what tomorrow is going to hold for me. So I didn't want to set expectations and let you all down. But we will definitely keep things going. So again, day 5 is the visualization. Day 6, which is Friday, is kind of like a self-care plan, action plan kind of thing, where you can kind of pick one of the things that you want to focus on and start building that into your life. And then day 7, which is the last day of the Spiritual Love Detox Challenge, I'm going to share 3 spiritual love secrets with you. And that's going to be a session through Zoom. So it won't be done in the Facebook group because I kind of have like some slides and things that I can share with you for that. So have a great night. I appreciate you all watching. Have a blessed, blessed evening. Bye.